Recently in Krunker, the player Klxy has hosted an event which consisted of several minigames. 18 skilled and known players participated. It involved 6 challenges: a labyrinth, a parkour, hide and seek, aim, Simon Says, and a knife fight. If you want to play the map yourself, I've uploaded the separate sections for you to be able to play them. I will be showing you insight on how the map was created, so follow me behind the scenes. So, okay, here we are. This is how the map looks in the editor. It might be a little bit surprising to you if you don't know anything about map making. So starting off here, we've got the environment zone on the right. Here you can see the settings. I've also obviously added an ocean. Here you see the settings for this one. For this video I will be turning off the ocean so you have a smoother experience. Just imagine instead of the white floor there being water. Okay, so starting off, this is how this spawn point looks. First off, we have a trigger here. This trigger here makes it so if you join the map you are already all in the same team because the map is hosted on Team Deathmatch. The host can later on then go over here and change the team. So the next thing is we've got here the spawn point. It's got a spawn spread so that not everyone spawns inside of each other. Then here is a teleporter which teleports you back to the start. This is at every single encounter where you can fall off, so that just no one disqualifies or something similar if they fall off. This small tiny plus here is the camera if you are spectating or like not spawned in yet. And we've got obviously some rocks and some grass on the floor here. Also here the death zone. The way I made this is I made a red cube and then a death zone. Generally, if you are wondering, the red means that an object is a border, which means that you cannot go above it. This prevents everyone from jumping out. The same thing was here. I placed a small object so you couldn't jump on top over here. Just imagine this as being like this, for example, but just infinite height. Next thing we've got are these little rocks here, the 2x2 ones. As you can see, it teleports you over here, and the same thing goes backwards to over here. This always ensures, this is at every level, it ensures that you can properly go back, which turned out to be really helpful because people had some troubles with being kicked by AFK or wanting to change their outfit. The moderator, if he goes over here, has also a death zone. He's got his sniper and he can also refill the knife and obviously change the team. Here we've got a board with all the messages for the challenges. As you can see, I left spaces for it to properly work. Otherwise it would just all be in a straight line. So then we've also got here the maze. Alright, so if you're wondering what this is, these here are cubes. Yes, literally. Invisible cubes you can stand on. You might ask, why not just make a big one? Okay, here's the reason. Reason number one, there's a weird bug that you cannot see the player, even though you should be able to. If there's a huge invisible object. And yeah, I fixed this by just making lines that you can stand on. This also prevents you from looking above the parkour by jumping. You also might wonder what all those buttons are. These here are open gates. I'm gonna really quick show you how those work. So basically, here in the technical and logic section, you have a trigger event on melee, so you melee it, and then the action it does is destroy interface, and then it targets a specific number. And here you've got, for example, we have here an invisible wall and 2 planks. The invisible wall is also the same ID. And here in the settings it says that it can be destroyed. Yeah, here destructible. We also have over here on the other side the same thing, but just start destroyed. So just from the start off you can pass through. Once everyone went in, the same gate could be closed by respawn destructible interface. Then I just made the maze. Here is the route, by the way. Some people actually went this way. Yes, it was a very long way. I can show you how it looks. This is how it looks in the player's perspective. They just walked along it, but in the end it led to nowhere. Pokeslash was the first person to get through, by the way. So once you have arrived over here, by the way, look at this wonderful bridge. I love this design. Yeah, once you get over here, you've got your small rock, your TP, path node, and the same thing over here, so you can go in between. You've got your teleporter. This one teleports you to this thing here. And you've also got the teleporter, which teleports you to this. Okay, so here we have the two levels. The first one was bhop, the second one was slidehop. So for the first one, I wanted to implement as many mechanics as possible. So we've got a Neo here, we've got a small gap, we've got some air controlling, we've got the momentum. This was the jump that most people failed on. I don't know why, it's not that difficult. Anyways, then we've got some tricky jumps here. This might look a little bit confusing from here because there are so many walls. But generally this jump is actually not that bad. And then next thing you get over here, you just slide hop around and get to the goal. This here was not closed in the event, but in theory this is also start destroyed. But you can close it off. Here we have again the buttons to open and close the maze. Also, if you're wondering, here is an invisible wall, so you cannot skip over here, for example. Same thing goes for here, here, and yeah. As you might be able to see, the moderator went over here on this path and pressed all the buttons. So now we get to hide and seek. Here we have a lot of boards and signs, like signs on the board. We've got the TP again between those things. These are a standard, as you might notice. We've got the decoration everywhere. If you notice the decoration, these things here, I might disable the border real quick. These things here do not have grass on them, and these do. This was first off a design choice to differentiate the moderator side between the participant side, and also it is kind of tedious putting those things on, honestly. Yeah, you have to rescale them every time and move them every time. Yeah, so this was just an easier option. So here we have a sniper button and a change team button for the seeker, and the seeker just turned off his name tags. I am now going to show you most of the hiding spots. Congrats to Kashy Cans, he's found my favorite spot up here. Other people, for example Pokeslash, who unfortunately got found, he hid in here. I did not know you could, do this. This was very creative. But yeah, there were also other really good spots. So I'm gonna go through all of them now. By the way, side note, something that is outlined green is collidable, and something that is outlined blue is not collidable. For example, you can go inside of this here. So, starting off, you can, by the way, go back with this button. So in this area, we have a small hut. In here, we have something you can drop down into this object here. You can drop down into this object. You can, which Ali did, jump on this tree. Fun fact, you can jump on this tree as well. No, but it's a bit more difficult. I don't know if this jump is even possible. But yeah, you can do it in theory. Same with over here. I think this is even more possible if you jump from over here. Yeah, that was a good spot from him. So, and also you can like hide here, but that's kinda bad, isn't it? Here we've also got a small cube you can hide in, and a kind of favorite spot is this here. Look, you've got those two walls, and you've got yeah, you can jump on top of here, and then you're just straight up hidden, and it's right in the spawn. We've got a similar one here. This is a bit different. It's kind of bad, as well as this one. These are really similar. So moving on, we have a box here. I don't want, yeah, obviously no one went into that one. But here we have our first floor that you can go into. So you can basically sit in here. There is also an option to ramp glitch and stand here or in this object here, which 2 people did. 2 people ramp glitched. Yeah. Continuing onwards, we have got here, as you can see, you can sit in this. Continuing onwards, this here could in theory be a parkour. You can jump on this one, on this, on this. Here is also a middle section you can hop into, and from this you can also jump over here. Here you've got an object which you can go into, and also this kind of pool here. Nobody went up here. I don't think they noticed that you can. Okay, so continuing, here we also have an object which you can go inside of, same as here. Here is something you can drop into. These are way better than just these. Yeah, we also have over here, you can hop into here, into the floor. Someone actually went here. This box is non-collidable, and you can also go like in this thing here. Yep, you can go down there. I think someone was there, which is, by the way, a great spot. Something I'm really sad about that no one noticed. You see this here? See this wall and this one as well? They're not collidable. You could crouch under here. You could crouch under here, and then here you've got a free space. You can either go into this object here and hide, or even better, you can go over here. You're literally just here under the map. This is such a good spot, trust me. Following onwards with this, some people might have noticed it, but Kashy definitely didn't. He tried to get up there in a different manner, it worked. But yes, here is a ladder down into this cave. So this cave here has some secrets. First off, this wall here, you can go through, and here you are in a room, just really safe, because Klxy didn't go in here either. Fun fact, you can also go on top of here. I think someone was here. You can either go in this non-collidable object here, or this one here, or you can go like on top of here in the corner in... Bro, this would have been a good... yeah, it would have been a good spot, because Klxy didn't check in this cave, because he didn't know it was there. You could also hide behind here, it's kind of whack though. Yeah, as I said, I didn't show Klxy, like for example this cave here. He didn't know it existed. So then you continue upwards this cave, and you happen to be over here. I don't know how many people were up here. I think only Kashy maybe. Yeah, here you've got some non-collidable objects that you can hide inside of. Here you've got a funny little chamber you can go into. Same as here. This is even better, bro. I kinda knew that no one was gonna notice this, but look, there's a chamber you could just walk into. This was really good. Fun fact, you could also hide on top of this tree. Yes! You can hide in this tree, on the stem. Yeah, we've also got some non-collidables which you can go into. These are really funny. Continuing onwards, we've got my favorite, the house. Kashy went in here, so we've got a little room here. Then we've got a big room here. Well, it doesn't seem big, but you can go behind this wall, and then you can jump up. And this here is my favorite spot of all. You can be in this small thing here. Okay, so we've covered this top area. From this top here, or with other manners, you can jump down to here. Here we've got a non-collidable, here we've got a non-collidable, and here we've got a space where you can hide behind. You can also hide, I think, in the tree, but yeah, no one obviously did that. Following on, here under the mountain cave, we've got the place where Just One Weep hid, and I am so proud of him that he did, because, you know, you've got your parkour here. With this parkour, he after he got kicked for AFK, he decided to reside here. But first, he went down here along this path, and here we've got a non-collidable, which you can happily go into, and here you are totally safe. You can even head glitch yourself into this object here, which is broken. I think Jira went back to here, but I'm glad he moved. Yeah, so okay, continuing. Here we have a tunnel up above, here we have a tunnel below. Here we have something really funny. You can hide inside of this here. No one noticed, because you have to crouch. If you just walk up to it, you hit the ceiling here, but if you crouch, you can go inside of it. It's actually a good spot. I wanna continue on this side here. So we have got the same thing over here. You can hide here behind this. This is also a really good spot because you have to crouch, and it is literally on the wall, so the searcher wouldn't find it. Someone hid in also a really good spot. I forgot who it was, but you can go into here. Look this spot. You can crouch into here, you can uncrouch, then head glitch, and then jump behind here, because this is collidable, and then you're just in this chamber. And bro, this was such a good spot. Here you've got also a place where you can jump into, same as up here. Here you've got something where people got stuck in. I mean, it's a bad hiding spot. So we've also got the cave, okay? We've got here non-collidable, non-collidable, and also here non-collidable. You could hide behind here. This was a good option. You could also crouch under here, under this, which also not bad. Yeah, okay, so continuing, here we've got also, you can go under here and hide inside of this. This is really cool. We've got this thing here and this thing here. We're poked. We've got another floor which you can go into, which is really broken. We've got a wall which you can go into. Yes, you can go straight up in this wall. Same thing over here. No one noticed it. You can go into this wall. Also here, you can also go into this wall. Yeah, you can go into this floor. Yeah, I added a lot of things into this. Also here, yeah, there are so many things you can just go into. Also this here, but I would not recommend. Yeah, you could also head glitch yourself into this object here, by these stairs. You could also go into this thing here, or into this thing here. Okay, I can't select it, sorry. Anyways, now I can. Yeah, you can go into here. I think that are all the spots. I didn't count them, but as you can see, there were a lot of good spots. A lot of them. Yeah, I forgot this one. You can hide in the water up here. You can jump into this water here. So, okay, next stage. These were the two buttons to continue. So, going further, we've got the aim section. This one required the most skill in and knowledge of triggers. It didn't, it's not that much, but yeah, okay, so first off, we've got obviously the doors. We've got change the team and get a sniper. We've got the teleporters between all the sections, between these two. We've got close and open gate. Those two were linked to those two. I've seen some people trying to jump under, over this wood here, which is not possible because you've literally got an invisible wall here that blocks you from doing that. Yes, I'm not dumb. I added invisible walls in addition to those wood things. This is also a border, by the way, so you cannot jump over it. Yeah. Okay, anyways. For this one, here you have a trigger, which makes you on enter object, change your primary to semi-auto. You have the same thing over here with on enter object, with clear player loadout, which removes the semi-auto from your inventory, which you might have noticed. We have also got here the zone where the spectator is. We've got here borders so that he doesn't fall off. Yeah, here it already starts. You cannot go over here, by the way. There's an invisible wall or border here. I can't place an invisible wall because if I would, then you wouldn't be able to shoot the things. But some people said the hitboxes weren't accurate. I do not know how hitboxes could not be accurate, because these are literally 1-to-1 accurate at how big the object is. It's not like Krunker heads or something. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen people complain about not being able to hit them when they were spraying with the semi. Recoil and those things might be the reason to it, or server lag, but generally there are no hitbox issues with this, because the hitbox is the object itself. So, okay, continuing onwards, we have got here the reset point thing, set player score to 0. And you shoot this one to start. This destroys this interface. This interface here respawns in 10 seconds. Yeah, I can't find it here. Timer 10 seconds. Every single cube here also respawns in 10 seconds. This is, by the way, a trigger. This trigger on shot gives you 1 score, and it has 10 health. Yeah, so I just placed the triggers all around this area here. This is a cool area, isn't it? You've also got 2 little ones as the eyes of the skeleton. You've got the little boats. It's a really cool area. Yeah, that's basically it to this one. So you would continue over here to Simon Says. You've got the open doors. You can go between the sections. You can also use the ladder. Here you have all the objects. Here, by the way, this red container usually just has a block hitbox, so I had to add custom hitboxes, but no one literally went inside, I think. So yeah, you've got it's not a death zone, it's a TP that TPs you over here. I wanted Klxy to use this as, like he says, yeah, you know. Anyways, he didn't do it. You've also got a spinning car here and also a cylinder, which should represent the hitbox of the car, because this blue one would be the actual hitbox of the car, which is not accurate. Yeah, you've got parkour, and this one is pretty simple. So you've also got the open and close gate. So this one might be a little bit special as well, the knife section. So here, this big thing is PvP zone. If you are in a PvP zone, you can kill your teammates. Every single button, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, not 5, sends you over here in this kind of cage. Someone said it looked barbaric. Yes, it does. By the way, I'm gonna insert a picture, but this arena here is totally symmetrical and people cannot see each other from here. I mean, the obstacles here are not, but just these here, you know, so you see those 4 pillars on each side, those here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, and also the middle one, these are placed perfectly. Okay, anyways, you've also got here the open gates thing, so you can open all the gates at once, and then here you've got open goal or close goal to open this here. The final person, which was 74p, on hold mouse, got teleported over here to the goal. This was so tedious to make. You don't know how. Yeah, bro, this thing, I don't know what I did to myself, but it was difficult to make. Anyways, you've got a little thing where Klxy could walk over, and yeah, this is basically the map. This is what it looks from below. Yeah, quite funny, isn't it? Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this insight. Maybe you know more things about map making now, and I hope you also enjoyed knowing every single secret about the hide and seek map. And yeah, have a good day. Goodbye.